श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वती नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय। हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव शंभो शंकर। बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Narada Bhakti Sutras. The last session we have seen about the glory and greatness of devotee, one who became one with Bhagavad Swarupa, one who realized the self, one who is having only one goal in their life and achieved it, that is becoming one with Bhagavan, and one whose mind completely absorbed in him, in Bhagavan. Seeing such kind of devotee, modante pitarau nrityanti devataha sanatha cheyam bhuhu bhavati. All ancestors, forefathers and parents, all of them, they feel so happy, and devatas also, they will dance seeing such kind of great devotee. This earth will become so happy that having gained Natha, Lord, means protector and savior. When Mahatmas are walking on this earth, Mother Earth feels so happy. The Mahatma is one who is the protector of Dharma. It is in subtle form. We cannot see externally. All Mahatmas may not come in front and doing service in this world, but their sankalpas, sat sankalpas, and their blessings will protect Dharma. Nasti teshu jati vidya rupa kula dhana kriyadi vedaha yatastadiyaha. There is no distinction or there is no difference of these Mahatmas. Nasti teshu jati vidya ityadi vedaha. Few Mahatmas, they may they have born in higher family, higher lineage belonging to that, and few of them is lower caste like that. They were born. What they were doing and their form, their education, all these things are from worldly standpoint. We may see differences, but from absolute standpoint, from their own standpoint, all these distinctions are not at all there. They are one self only. That's why in aphorism 73 it is said, Yatastadiyaha, for they are of his own nature divine. Became one with Bhagavad Swarupa, all of them are equal to Bhagwan only. When means from Vyavaharik standpoint, we may see all these differences, names, forms, and their activities, etc. But all these things are only appearances, means external appearances, appearing as different, but their core heart already filled with Bhagavad Tattva, and from their own standpoint also, in earlier session we have seen with examples, there is no difference at all. And afterwards we have seen in aphorism 73, 74 and 75, devotees, they should not engage in any kind of vada. Vado navalambyaha. They should not enter into any controversial kind of discussions, because bahulyavakashatvat aniyatatvacha. These discussions, they will not give proper conclusion at the end. Bahulyavakashatvat, there being the chances for diverse views. So when intellect is having such kind of habit to question and to discuss, we have to be very careful that discussion is meant for what. If we want to get more clarity, if we want to know what is the truth by tarka, that is fine. But unnecessarily, devotees should not waste their valuable time in controversial kind of disputes. Aniyatatvacha and being inconclusive. This vada has a defect that finally it may not give proper conclusion. From various standpoints, views will be different. One statement will be given. From different standpoints, that statement they prove, yes, it is correct like that. If some other person is there, he will come and say, from my own standpoint, I am feeling like this is correct. And another person will come and say, no, it is not correct. From my own experience and from my own standpoint, it's like this. So always this vada has a few defects. So that's why here it is said, devotees, they should not engage in such kind of vadas. And naturally also devotees, when such kind of situation will arise, if other person wanted to come and have this kind of unnecessary discussion, they say Hari Om, Hari Om. So now it's time for do some puja, some sadhana. So we will meet again, Hari Om. That much only now. Next aphorism, Sutra number 76. Chapter number 8, section number 2, Sutra number 76. It's like in court, they say, no, this is the section, this is the. It's like, what should be done by the devotee to cultivate devotion, to develop the devotion, and to become one with Bhagavan? From the beginning stage onwards to the ultimate state, what should be followed? What is prescribed for the devotee to do? How devotee he has to spend his time for what? Very important sutras said here. Bhakti shastrani mananiyani. Bhakti shastrani mananiyani. Tad udbodha karmani karaniyani. Tad udbodhaka plus karmani. Tad udbodhaka karmani karaniyani. Mananiyani, karaniyani. What should be reflected and what should be done? Bhakti shastrani mananiyani. Very important. Bhakti shastrani, the scriptures of devotion. Those scriptures are expounding about bhakti, devotion. Mananiyani should be reflected upon. We have to do vicharana. Tad udbodhaka karmani, whatever instructions given in that, whatever taught in that karaniyani, karmani karaniyani. We have to practice those sadhanas or we have to perform activities. Here, Bhakti Shastrani Mananiyani said. Mananiyani, we have to reflect upon them. It is not said we have to do Adhyayana or we have to study them. Or not only Sravan. Here it is said Mananam. Because here, Bhakti Shastrani, only Adhyayana means just we will take up Ramayana, Bhagavata, is like that, and just we will read and we'll keep book like that. It is not meant for only mere study. And it is not just once you listen and just you will engage in worldly kind of things. Not like that. Mananiyani, we have to reflect upon them. We have to do vichara. This is very, very important. Manana is very important. You would have heard the story from Bhagavatam, Gokarna and Dundukari story. In Bhagavata Mahatmya, it is given. This Dundukari, he did so many kinds of what you call sins, and he committed so many mistakes and committed sins and became what you call like ghost, that pretatma. He could not enter into another body and he was suffering a lot. Gokarna, he was the brother of this Dundukari. Gokarna, he was well versed in the scriptures and great devotee of Bhagwan, all the time studying scriptures and doing manna also. And he went to pilgrimage places. When he came back, he came to know that what happened to his family, and this Dundukari, he became like that. Dundukari requested his brother, please do something so that I will be freed, released from this pretatma, this body. I'm suffering a lot. So that time Gokarna, for the sake of Dundukari, to release him, he conducted Bhagavata Saptaha. This is the what you call, this is considered as great Satkarma. Among all Satkarmas, this Bhagavata Saptaha is great Satkarma. It will purify any kind of what you call sin. It will remove all kinds of sins. So when that Gokarna, he called all other people also, Srotas, they were there and they came and sat there. And he started imparting that wonderful knowledge of that devotion about Bhagwan, Leela, etc. That time this Dundukari, he was in Preta Rupa, means in what you call subtle form, that we can say in air form, wind form. So he cannot come and sit at one place, he cannot sit. So he entered into that bamboo tree. And when this Gokarna, he conducted that Bhagavat Sapta, one day got over that time, that bamboo tree having its knots, and one by one it's breaking like that. At the end of the Bhagavat Saptaha, means at the conclusion of that Bhagavat Saptaha, what happened from that bamboo tree, it's completely broken, and one, what you call, like celestial being, he came out of that one bamboo tree. And this Gokarna, all of them, they wondered, he came and prostrated at the feet of this Gokarna, and he said, my dear brother, thank you so much. Because of your Satkarma only, I got this wonderful form. He was looking like a god only that time. It's like a Devaduta. And all Deva means Parshadas, Vishnu Dutas, they came and welcoming this Dundukari. They wanted to take him to Vaikunta. This Gokarna and others, all of them, they wondered, and Gokarna, he asked, see, all of us, we did this Bhagavat Saptaha, all of them also, they listened these stories of Bhagwan, then why you are taking only Dundukari? That time, Vishnu Parshadas, they said, see, all these people, whatever you are saying, they heard just. And Sravana, they did, they listened, but this Dundukari, he did Mananam. See that intense thought in Dundukari's mind. He wanted to come out from that, what you call painful Pretatma, that form. So after listening every day, he used to do manana, reflecting upon them and doing constantly Bhagavan's Namasmarana also. Other people, they came and they listened, and when they went back from that Yagnashala, they were engaged in worldly kind of activities again. Most of the time, for us also, it is happening like that only. For this 1 hour or half an hour when we are listening, and that is fine. But afterwards, our mind, most of the time, filled with other kind of worldly thoughts. Yes. So here, when they said, this Dundukari, he did manana. After Sravana, he did manana, and he was meditating upon Bhagwan only. That's why he became fit to come to the Vaikunta. Then they suggested all of you, even Gokarnaji also, once again you can conduct this Bhagavad Saptaha. After listening, all of you can do manana, then you also can come to Vaikunta. Of course, afterwards they did, and Sakshat Bhagwan, he came and he took all of them to Vaikunta. That was the story. So here, Bhakti Shastrani Mananiyani, not only just Sravana, we have to reflect upon them. And one more thing, Bhakti Shastra, even Vedanta Shastra, when we listen to them, of course, we receive the knowledge, but when we reflect upon them, that time only, whatever doubts are there in our mind, they will be clarified. And we will get more clarity. And our mind and means generally these conditionings, they are extroverted. When they receive any kind of worldly kind of data, they will receive very well, and they will fix also, means everything will be fixed in the mind without effort also most of the time. But when it comes to the Shastra and slokas, how many times we may be listening sadhana chetustayam and all these things, so many times go on listen, but again what is anubandha chetustayam and what is sadhana chetustayam, they'll forget like that, and confusion also. So these shastras should be reflected upon, vicharana should be done. When those thoughts will get settled into our mind, and again when we are doing that manana, constant remembrance of God will be there. And our mind has the, what you call, nature, that whatever we go on thinking upon that, mind will take that shape, that form. Yes. This is the nature of the mind. Whatever will be the continuous thought, mind will take that shape. That's why sometimes once we entertain any negative kind of thoughts, it is very difficult to come out from that, because mind already fixed, because mind filled with such thoughts, and mind became like that. That's why all the time it is said, as you think, so you become. It is like that. You believe or not, in this world, whatever we are seeing, all these things are nothing but reflected thoughts. Yes. One person constantly thinking of anything, that person will get it, and the person will become like that only. So here it is said, Bhakti Shastrani Mananiyani. Very, very important. We have to reflect upon, not we have to, we must, we should. we must reflect it upon the scriptures about devotion. Next. Tad udbodaka karmani karaniyani. For devotee, what should be done? Is only all the time remembering Bhagwan and it's like that only. Little bit rajas also will be there. It should be exhausted. And without action, person cannot live. So here it is said, whatever said in the Shastras, Bhakti Shastra, those things should be followed, should be practiced. See, here word is used Shastra. This is also like science only. It's not like devotee means one who cannot do anything in this world, cannot achieve anything in this world. That's why he will be doing Bhagavan Namasmarana. Not like that. The great genius, intellectually, what you call so high, such kind of great people also, keeping aside their what you call knowledge and everything, just doing Bhagavan Namasmarana. It has such kind of power. This is bhakti also is Shastra. It's not a super specious kind of thing. It's we will do this one and whether we will achieve our goal or not. Not like that. Step by step, there will be growth in that one. This we can see that when we are practicing whatever said in the Bhakti Shastra. And one more thing, how to practice. It is said we have to do manana and we have to do these things. We have to practice. How? Simple example. If we take Ramayana, of course in Ramayana, it's when we take up Valmiki Ramayana, predominantly dharma has been pointed out. When we take up, when we see Tulasi Ramayana, predominantly we can see bhakti, devotion. And Adhyatma Ramayana is predominantly we can see Vedanta, written by Vedavyas Maharshi. Whatever may be, here it is said as Bhakti Shastra. So when we see in Ramayana, Tulsi Ramayana, of course Valmiki Ramayana also. At one place, one ghata means one episode we take. How to do manana and how to practice that one. If we know this technique, then whatever we are listening, whatever we are reflecting, when we are reflecting, very easily we can understand what should be done as a devotee and what should not be done also. In Ramayana, Ramchandraji, when particular situation is there, how he responded to that. For example, when Kaikeyi Mata, she asked for boons. When it is conveyed to Ramchandraji, see, again and again, reflect. It is not like Ramayana. Yes, we know the story. Bhagavad, we know that's not like that. Listen again and again and again and again, reflect upon that until and unless it get completely absorbed in us and we become like that ideal. So Kaikeyi Mata, when she asked like that and conveyed to Ramchandra, that means even it is not conveyed directly by Dashrath Maharajji also. When Ramchandra he went there and he received through Kaikeyi Mata. And he said, Amma, when you are saying it's equal to the words of father only, whatever said by you, it's like saying by him only. And you are saying like this, Dashrath Maharaj said like that, if you ask me also, I will go to forest. It's not father is saying, then only I will do it. Means giving equal importance to you also, mother. See, when she said like that, how Ramchandraji he responded. Spontaneously. It's not like he became so sad and afterwards thinking and how to say like that. Not like that, spontaneously. That nature, dharma swarupa, ramo grahvan dharma. And when he was dealing with others, Sita Mata and Sita Devi ji, Lakshman ji, Bharat ji, Hanuman ji, Sugriv ji, and Ravana and Guha. And when he met Maharshis, see, in all these characters, when we see Ramchandra ji, wherever he's placed, means that role, that character, how he responded to the situation. What kind of words came out from his mouth? How he behaved? How he faced all challenges in his life without losing balance. So reflecting again and again and again and again, how Sita Mata, she responded to the world, to the words of others. So Mananiyani, Bhakti Shastrani Mananiya. And Bharatji, he did not, what you call, when he received that message, Kaikai Mata did like that, he did not feel like, I got this kingdom. It's nothing. He felt himself, he was, as though he was the cause of the suffering of Ramchandra ji. He renounced everything. And only for the words of Ramchandra ji, he took up that responsibility of that kingdom. And he did not even enter into that kingdom. He stayed in Nandigrama only. And it is said he did more tapas than even other contemporary Rishi Munis they were doing. It is said like that. They used to feel like a jealousy on this. What kind of tapas Bharatji is doing? See the devotion, the heart of Bharatji towards Ramji, that expression. And Lakshmanji's devotion for Ramchandra. What to talk of Hanumanji? Completely dedicated. So Bhakti Shastrani Mananiyani and Karaniyani Karmani Tat Udbodaka. Whatever said in them, we have to practice. So Bharatji did like that. Hanumanji did like that. So in my life, what I can do? How can I practice devotion? And in other shastras, if we take, it is said devotees, they have to do these kind of things, sadhanas. Upasana should be done, japa should be done, puja should be done. Are we practicing regularly? All these things are not. We have to check. See, when we do manana more and more, then only we can practice them perfectly. In Bhagavata, how many stories of great devotees. Ambarisha Raja, Raja Ranti Deva, Bhakta Prahlada, and see the determination of Dhruva, Mananiyani, again and again reflect. How much determination is there in us? The small boy, he did not just give up. I want to get Bhagwan's darshan. And see the Prahladji's bhakti, devotion. And Gajendra Moksha. So when we surrender completely to Bhagwan, definitely he will bless us. When we are doing manana, our faith will increase. Our shraddha will be increasing more and more. So we should not take one book, Bhakti Grantha, and okay, 10 days I finished this one, and it's not like that. Again and again. Punaha. Shastra Suchintita Puni Tekya. In Tulasi Ramayana also it is said. Of course, Bhakti Shastra and Vedanta Shastra also. We have to do manana, and we have to practice whatever prescribed with them. Next sutra is very, very important. Please put tick mark also. I like very much this sutra. Of course, I like everything. It's very important. Sutra number 77. Please repeat after me. Sukha dukkhe cha labhadityekte. Sukha dukkhe cha labhadityekte. Kale pratikshamane. Kale pratikshamane. Kshenardhamapi vyartham na neyam. Kshenardhamapi vyartham na neyam. Please underline this one. Kshenardhamapi vyartham na neyam. Very, 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 very important. Sukha, dukkha, ichcha, labha, adi, tekte kale. Sukha, pleasure. Dukkha, sorrow, pain, misery. Ichcha means desire. Labha, profit, benefit. Adi, etc., 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 etc. means all kinds of pairs of opposites we can take. Tekte kale. When all these things don't trouble you, means all these things will not be there, they don't trouble at the time. Kale, pratikshamane. Pratiksha means waiting. Pratikshamane, waiting for such kind of moment when all these things will not trouble at all. Means all these thoughts will not be there in the mind. Waiting for such kind of time. Kshanardham api vyartham na neyam. Kshana means second. Kshana. Kshana matram is in it's like. Kshana ardham api, even half a second also. Api vyartham na neyam. Should not be wasted. Narad Maharshi is saying, my dear devotee, please don't waste your time and don't wait for one fine moment, auspicious time. There will not be any thought in my mind and I'll be so quiet and calm. At the time I will practice devotion. Please don't wait. Lot of inner meanings are there in this sutra. This sutra is explaining about how generally our mind will give excuses not to practice devotion. See, whatever said here, sukha, dukkha, ichcha, labha, all these things, they will be there as long as mind will be there. Yes. And here, if we observe, pairs of opposites also given, sukha and dukkha. In our lives, if we see, either sukha or dukkha will be there. And we may say, no sukha, no dukkha. Okay. No sukha, no dukkha. Then no desire. Desire to small desires or big desires, that time they will be there. Okay. And who is not expecting labha, benefit? Prayojanam anuddisya mandopina pravartate. Even dull-witted person also will not act without getting any benefit from it. So here, tekte kale pratikshamane, all these things will not be there, they will not trouble, and waiting for such kind of time, don't waste your time. Means what? Now, here only, now only, practice devotion. Now, we are very, unhappy moments. See, it's recently this thing happened at home in our family. It's a very miserable thing, even unable to put into words also. We lost our most dearest person. All of us, we are in miserable condition. So, and it is also said for 1 year we should not do any puja and we should not go to temple. And these, especially these few days, we should not do any kind of devotional kind of thing. So now, so for a few days, for at least a few months, we cannot do all these things. So afterwards, we will see. People will be saying like this. After 4, 5 months or 6 months, again they will receive another some bad news, sad news. Again, mind will be filled with sorrow, remembering and weeping. And one more, this reason also, we should not chant mantras, they say. We should not do japa. We should not light the lamp. So few of them, they will be it's like that. Means no need to do. What will happen? Mind will take it as advantage. Please understand. It's not like, okay, we are in miserable situation. Of course, all these traditions should be followed. It doesn't mean we should not practice the devotion. Who said? Who said that? In scriptures, it is not said. When you are in miserable condition, you should not remember God. Who said? When you lost someone, who said you should not study the scriptures? It is said this, you read Bhagavad Gita at that time only. It doesn't mean it is meant for that time only. This is one simple example. And so many kind of things. When person is miserable, unhappy, what he wanted to achieve, he could not, or he lost something. So many failures in his profession. See, something or other will be happening, that which will be the cause of sorrow. Most of the time, our body will not cooperate. Something or other disease, or pain, or ache, backache, or headache, or something. So, please don't wait for the time when all these thoughts will not be there. Then I will remember Bhagwan, or I will practice the devotion. Kshanardhamapi vyartham na niya. Whatever may be the condition or situation, you continue your sadhana. It is said. See, very important. Because so many times our mind will give such kind of excuses and it will not practice. I have seen at one place, one village, in that village, so many families belonging to one, what you call, one kind of gotra something. Means root family is that one only. And whatever will happen to one family, they have to, others also they have to follow. Means brothers, all of them is like that. And that almost 80% of the village belonging to that one family only, and one by one is something or other thing will be happening, and they have such kind of tradition. 1 year they should not do puja at home. One amma, devotee amma, she came and asked me, Amma, that is okay, tradition is there, we are ready to follow, but you believe or not, Amma, it's like 5, 6 years. Completely we are not able to do anything like that. No puja at all. Someone or other is just departing, it's like that. I said, Amma, if you want to practice these devotional kind of things, one niyama should be there. Of course, you have to follow tradition, but all these traditions, they meant for what we have to know. When we are in miserable condition, it is not like we should not remember Bhagwan or we should not do anything. It's not like that. If you want to follow, you can put 11 days, 13 days like that, or 1 month. It is okay. Afterwards, please continue your sadhana. Nothing will happen. And so many people are there, hundreds and hundreds of people belonging to one family, and somewhere and sometimes they will be staying another places also, not in that place, and they will receive that message, and these people, they have to follow like that. How is it possible? And a few of them, they are not very close to them also. Just having the surname is same like that. And slowly it's changed after a few years. Slowly they changed that system. They were following few days only and not entire whole year like that. And another thing, sukha also. When person is in joyful mood, happy, it's like the celebrating party and functions, that time. It's when all these things got over, then I will, aram se I will do sadhana. Please don't waste your time and don't wait like that. See, birthday celebration and marriage. Before marriage and after marriage, few months or years. Okay, for few people months, for few people years, like joyful, okay. And children. See, when you are in unhappy mood, mind is not available, saying like that, to do spiritual practices or devotional practice. And when mind is in joyful mood, let me enjoy at least that this time is all the time is go on doing all these sadhanas. Today is wonderful, joyful function we arrange, so we cannot attend satsang. Okay, good. Like that, how many days? How many parties? How many functions? And please remember how many years of our lifespan? Maximum 90 years? Oh, okay, 100 years? But how many years we are spending for what? And this is sukha, dukkha, okay, and desire, ichcha. What is the end of this one? When my desire is fulfilled, then I will be free from everything and my mind will be so quiet and calm. At that time, then I will do sadhana. My dear, please don't wait for that time. It will not happen. One desire is fulfilled, already 10 more desires will be in queue. It's true. Childhood onwards, we are seeing all these things. And benefit, this labha also. If I will get this result, okay, fine. If I will get this much money, then I will settle down. Then afterwards, nothing is there to do. So I'll be very free and I will do this spiritual practice, devotional practices. After retirement, I will be very much available. It will not happen just like that. In childhood school days, we wanted to get good rank, good marks, and college days, and this afterwards good job, and this marriage, and children, and this responsibilities. So many desires, and of course, sukha, dukkha. All these thoughts all the time will be there in the mind. And don't wait. No thought will trouble. No thought will trouble me at that time, then I'll do sadhana. Happily I will do sadhana. When no back pain, no knee pain, no fever, then I will do sadhana. Narad Maharshi strongly is saying, Kshena ardhamapi vyartham na neyam. Tekte kale pratikshamane. Please don't wait for such kind of time and don't waste your present time. It is like in the ocean, all the time waves will be there. This is best example. All the time waves will be rising and falling, and when we go there to take bath, it happened for me also. It's means not now. Even I didn't hear this example and all these things. Wanted to take bath. When the wave is not coming and only plain water will be there, just will go and just come back like that. But one after another, it's coming. It's like that. And after this is big wave, no? Big wave is coming now. So after this one, it will be fine. Then just I will enter and come back. Just time is passing, but it is not happening. It's like no wave. Then we will go and take bath. Waves will be there. I understood that time only. Yeah, they will not stop. They will not be stopped just like that. So we have to adjust according to them, and we have to take bath. In the same way, our thought waves in the ocean of mind will not be stopped. They will be there. But what we have to do, we have to begin our sadhana now only, whatever may be the condition. We are so happy. This is the right time to remember Bhagwan. Please remember Bhagwan. Do sadhana. So miserable in life, everything is in sixes and not sixes, sevens also something, left and right. For what I have done, Bhagwan, so many kind of troubles. Oh God, God, oh God, only that time only do more sadhana. Remember Bhagwan more and more. Labha, nasta, desire, whatever may be. And mind is so hesitated. Please don't say my mind is so hesitated, now I cannot do sadhana. That is the right time to do sadhana. I'm suffering a lot. Unable to move also. His body is not at all cooperating. I cannot sit also. Is what to do? What to do? Do bhajan that time. Amma, what Amma? That is the right time to do bhajan. Do bhajan. May this world seeing you so wonder. One bhajan is there. Kate bis, pite bis, walking and running, eating time and sleeping, whatever you are doing. Ram kaho, Ram kaho, Ram kaho. You heard, no, this bhajan? This is the inner meaning of this one. The sutra, what here it is said, Kshanardamapi vyartham naneyam pratikshakale. Please don't wait for the moment and don't waste your time. Whatever you are doing, rote bhi, even you are weeping. That time also Ram kaho, Ram kaho. You are smiling, is Ram kaho, Ram kaho. You are receiving something very nice response from this world. Is Ram, 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 Shiva, Shiva. Wow, nice. Remember Bhagavan. And when you are receiving criticism and so much dukkha from the world, it's that time also remember Ram, 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 Shiva, Shiva, Krishna, Krishna, Ishtadaiva. And please continue the sadhana. Don't give any excuse. When we do this sadhana like this, what will happen? Of course, thought waves will be rising and falling. We will get such kind of wonderful technique how to go into deep and see the source of the thoughts. It is like the noise of the waves is there on the surface of the ocean. But when we go deep into the ocean, it's quite calm. In the same way, in our lives, whatever may be the external situations, whatever may be the thoughts in our mind, whatever may be the mood in us, please go deep into that. Enjoy that. See that Kuchelaji, the great friend and devotee of Lord Krishna, the wife of Kuchela, Sudamji, she was worrying so much. is how to run this family, is even unable to give food to the children. That time also, in that pitiable condition, suffering a lot, that time, all the time remembering Bhagwan, Krishna, Krishna, reveling in that. Bhakta Tukaram. And great kings, like Janaka Maharaj, enjoying that luxurious royal life, but all the time reveling in Brahma Tattva. The best example for this one, Lord Sri Krishna, he imparted the highest supreme knowledge to Arjuna in the battlefield, Kurukshetra, and that to stand between two armies. It is not like Arjuna, now you are collapsed, what to do? Let us go to Gurukula in forest and one kutir there and quiet and calm. Of course, if everything is available, that quiet place is there, it's fine. We have to arrange that one also. But that was not the situation there. For that, Arjuna, at that time, that knowledge is required. Lord Krishna, he did not wait. That time only he imparted that knowledge. Kshanardhamapi vyartham naneyam. When the time is given for us, Bhagwan has blessed us with this human birth, we should not waste this one. This thought, this kshanardhamapi vyartham naneyam, when we heard in Deepni Sadhanalaya, really, it helped me a lot. A lot means a lot. I can say from my personal experience, kshanardhamapi vyartham naneyam. Just don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Whatever may be the situation, continue your sadhana. Don't give up sadhana. Don't give up practices. Don't give up studying the scriptures. Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. Masters, they gave this wonderful knowledge. We have to utilize this one. Swadhyaya pravachana should not be given. Kshanardhamapi vyartham naneyam. Sukha, dukkha, ichha, labha, whatever may be the thoughts in the mind, don't wait. All these thoughts will be stopped at one fine day. I will do sadhana. It will not happen. One more thing. When we continue sadhana, all these thoughts, whatever may be in the mind, they will not trouble us. We will be all the time in quiet state. This is the technique. We have to reach to that state. Some people, they would have not heard all these things and as practicing, but for few rare people, it's quite natural. Whatever may be the, what you call situations and all those things, they so much focused on their goal. And they will not bother about any other kind of thing. Just they will continue. That may be ordinary kind of work. Look at them. So such kind of intensified focus should be there for devotees, for seeker of truth in this path. The path of devotion. You remember only this one, everything will fall at right place. What? Kshanardhamapi vyartham na neyam. Can you repeat 3 times? Amma, already we know Amma is for more than almost 1 hour you go on saying this one. How much we may say it is less only. We have to emphasize this one. Kshanardhamapi vyartham na neyam. Kshanardhamapi vyartham na neyam. Kshanardhamapi vyartham na neyam. Even half a second should not be wasted. Time is precious. Whatever we lose in our life, we may get it back, but not time. Even great Mahatmas also, how much they will be doing sadhana, and still they will say, I'm not utilizing the time properly. They say like that because they know the value of time, each and every second, each and every moment. See in our lives how much time we are wasting just like that. Time is very precious. If you want to, spend money, please you can spend, but time is valuable more than money. More than anything, even we cannot compare with money. It's like that. Our lifespan is very short. In this one only we have to achieve it. So please don't wait for any kind of time. Few people in Gurudev style though, few people will be saying after retirement is I'll come to ashram and I'll do sadhana. They will never come. And after marriage everything will be okay. Then I'll do nothing will happen. So many kind of reasons all the time. His mind will be giving excuses. So utilize the time now itself. Next sutra, just will read the next class. Will see. Ahimsa satya shaucha daya stikyadi charitrani. Ahimsa satya shaucha daya stikyadi charitrani. Paripalaniyani. Devotee, what he should practice, what kind of qualities he should have. Here it is said, ahimsa, satyam, etc. All these wonderful qualities should be cultivated. These are the very helpful for the devotee to purify his mind and to become one with Bhagavad Swarupa. These are the divine qualities. When we cultivate divine qualities, we will become divine. One with that supreme divinity. We cannot even call this only one particular person is like that. God is like, it's complete divinity, that supreme power. So before that, kshanardam apvyartham na neyam. We should not waste half moment. We'll conclude now and we'll have for 10 minutes discussion class today. When to sing Bhagwan's name? Now only. After listening all these things, we have to say now only. Now. We don't know what will happen next moment. And we don't know all these thoughts all the time will be there. They will be stopped now like that. So now. Sri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Raja Ram. Boliye Siyavar Ramachandra ki Jai. Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Har Namah Parvati Pataye Har Har Mahadeva Shambho Shankara. बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु। ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।